Hi everyone, this is Jen. So I hope you guys are doing well. So this is my second recording. I do apologize, but I just wanted to take a moment to hold space for everything that is currently happening. To hold space for the collective confusion, the chaos, the crazy, just the stuff that's going on out there. It's just a whole nother level of crazy. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's pretty crazy out there. And without getting pulled into the crazy, because that is my right as a being, and I've chosen to create boundaries. And what I allow to come forward. What I allow to come forward. Based on the new earth that I am creating. That I am manifesting forward. Right? I'm choosing this, right? I'm choosing to create a new reality for myself. As the way forward. And you're going to come in and tell me that that's what you're trying to manifest forward. Like, can we all just get very real here? Very real. And actually connect to actual reality that's happening. Number one, there's some crazy shit going on. There's some really crazy shit going on. So how are you going to manage the crazy? How are you going to do your part within the crazy? How are you going to create a change within the crazy? What's your role at this time? What is your purpose here on the planet at this time? How are you going to take everything that you've learned and create with that moving forward? You see, when you have only come to a certain point within your awareness, right? Or because all it takes is you. And we're all going to have our own unique source field. Our own field of consciousness, of awareness, and what we bring to the table. What we bring to the table. How we show up now. Not tomorrow, not the next day, but now. How are we going to show up in the realities that we truly want to manifest within? Right? How do we create change within an embodied way? How do we actually come full circle, right? And complete that circle, right? Complete that cycle and seal, complete, seal, and manifest forward. Right? And it's not by staying silent. It is by sharing truth at this time. And that is what I'm here to share. Based on what I know. Based on what I know. And I feel what I know is very powerful because it's actually based in reality, or at least the reality that's real to me. Okay. My reality. My truth, manifesting that forward. What do I bring to the table? And first I want to share what I stand for, right? Within what's going on with the crazy out there. So first, I am a staunch anti-racist. The white supremacy must go. And there's a reason for this. There's a deeper reason for this, and this is all coming from a space of love. This is a heart-based space. And it's understanding that, right, there is a system in power out there, and how are we going to end that system? Right, from within ourselves. How are we going to embody and create change, right? How are we going to be the change that we weren't able to be before? When we weren't able to stand in our power and our light, where we were killed for it or martyred for it. Do you see? That is the deep space you want to manifest forward. It's your truth. It's not keeping a false reality in place, right? Those who just want to hold on for dear life. It's very sad what I see out there within the twin flame and ascension community. I am saddened and heartbroken at the inhumanity at some of these so-called leaders. The sitting back and just playing puppets as if actual people aren't being affected. Do you see that everything you do, everything is mirrored in reality, right? And it's this running from reality. So let me reconnect to my notes. There's a lot of things I want to share, so I wrote. What I am seeing out there within some of these communities, within these spaces, right, within these circles. These are circles. Within some of these circles, there is blatant racism and support of 4D traps, you could say, right, where you get stuck there. So I'm going to break it down for you. We are meant to feel very deeply for our fellow human. But unfortunately, many of us have been programmed inhumanely, you could say. And there is an opportunity for you at this time to take a step back and see something from a greater perspective. And your opportunity to get in there and to really start creating change. That is your mission. There are so many, there we go, so many of these so-called twin flame leaders. There are many. There are many that are white supremacists, that are holding that in place. Okay. Now let me break it down for you. This so-called light that they hold, it comes from conspiracy theories. These conspiracy theories have no basis in actual reality. These conspiracy theories, aka realities, that you are connecting to are false. Qanon is rooted in white supremacy. Look it up. So when you are supporting these realities and supporting Trump, you are supporting keeping white supremacists in place. Now, how do I break that down for you further? So I am a political science major. I'm a political science major. I understand, and this, has brought me back to my college years, right? And I'll be honest with you. I was a drinker in college. Do you think I showed up to school? No, I was your typical white privileged woman, right? My college was paid for by my grandparents. Okay, so without getting into that, all of that detail, that's what I was doing in college. So you can imagine me, showing up for class. So this has really had for me to have to dig in, to remember some of that stuff that I learned while I was in college. And right, throughout time, history, you have to go back and you have to look at things with a clear lens, number one. So connect to everything you know, right? So I'm going back to my college, my political science background, right? I'm fairly educated. I have state schools, right? I'm not, I went to state colleges. Now, just for some, that's huge. For others, it's basic. Basic, right? I was your basic chick. I never really strived for much. I knew what I wanted, and that was it. Right? That was what I was aiming for. And yes, I always wanted to create change. Right? I always wanted to create change, but I was not a very studious person. And I had grown up in an alcoholic family, and I was working through my drinking problems. So you can imagine that which had stunted my potential. So you got to look at that too, right? You got to go back and you got to heal this stuff. right? What is all of my stuff? My addictions, my traumas, my everything, right? And you have to look at everything with a clear lens. That's what I'm saying. Everything with a clear lens in order to see reality, actual reality happening, actual reality playing itself out. Where are you? Where are you within all of this? Is that really where you want to be? Okay. That's what I'm saying. So this stuff is like a virus, right? These conspiracy theories, and then people feed off of them. And then, you know, and so this white supremacist agenda is literally being, you're like selling your soul to it, right? You are an enslaved, you're a slave to it, right? I'm talking about everybody, right? You are enslaved to the false light agenda, which is rooted in white supremacy. Okay. It felt good to say. It felt good to come full circle. So when you are supporting these realities and supporting Trump, again, you are supporting keeping white supremacists in place. Now, executive power. There we go. You know that we have a balance of, well, okay, so let's go back. The international community is looking at us like we look like a failed state. We have a shithole, like we are the shithole country. Believe me. Whatever you've been sold on what you think within your mind that America is, it's not really like that. So I'm going to share that based on the actual reality that is happening within, you know, the racist world we live in. It's that. That is what we need to, like, the inhumanity. I want you to connect to humanity. Right? Humanity's rising. Let's connect to that. These people don't know what's happening here. They're making a mockery of us. But the truth of the matter is this is the reality that we live in. So we got to accept it, right? We have to accept reality. This is where we're at. And everything that I have, what are we going to manifest forward? How are we going to raise? How are we going to rise? How are we going to rise? Like, self-govern ourselves, right? Just get out of that. It's the mentality. I'm not saying that, you know, we need structures in place, but how do we clear all of this out? Every single bit. We all do our part, right? We're all located in different spaces. How are we all going to do our part at this time? How are we going to step in, rise up, step in, and be the change? To create a new humanity, right? To create a new world, a harmonious world. That is what I am here to create. What the? Now I'm going to tell you, whatever you want to think into being is not going to be. It just not is, right? You can't just imagine something into being like that and think that somehow this guy is going to actually bring down all the pedophiles. No, you go out there, right, and you start seeing these themes, and you start saying something about these themes. Learn. Learn about these things. It's the turning a blind eye. That's where the sickness is. So I'm just going to leave that there. Now let's go to the Savior thing. Okay. There are people giving Trump divine power here. You may be one of them. Think about it. Do you want to give Trump divine power? You are giving your power away, your own divinity, your own ability to create and manifest change forward. Do you see? Be like a bomb going off, right? Every single shift point, you are changing and you are creating something new for yourself, manifesting it forward. Because none of that other stuff's going to go away. You have to deal with it. You have to deal with all of this stuff. You can't just hide away and expect somebody to save you. It doesn't work like that. He's not going to save you. He's not going to save these children. You got to save yourself. You better start learning about racism. You better start learning about white supremacy and how it manifests within our current reality. Now, the Savior thing, right? If you are a white person, right, stop manifesting this idea of being a white savior. It's sick. If you are not honoring another person's light in every single way, this white savior, stop it, right? That is a disease. That is not what you are here to be or to do either, right? Or to support, because that is not going to happen. Right? It's this enslavement program. Right? We've all been complicit in some form or way. It's like the old it's like getting to the root of the economic, instability, right? And who holds what, right? Are you really, you cannot, he will not save you. Right? You have to invest in yourself in order to create and manifest that change that you desire. And it's connecting into that power. During this time of change, so we have a system in place. So we can take care of ourselves. I just want to be able to take care of myself, right? I deserve a stable economic structure for myself, right? Telling you, the sacred feminine. It's our rising. It's our rising. It's our truly being equals, not this false equal, right? This like women's jobs, women's economies, like all of this balance, right? This is what we're going for. We're not going for destruction. We're going for everything to actually fit together properly and work, right? Before the white man's disease, right? Corrupted, right? This land. And I don't mean that this is so we are all, go watch The Dark Crystal, okay? You just have to I should probably tell myself to go walk, okay, I gotta bring it all together. So it's this, everyone gets an equal seat at the table. Because that ain't working. How are we going to manifest change? What does it look like? How can we create it? Start educating yourself. Look up sociocracy. Look up holacracy. Start thinking about what does feminine economics look like? How can we work together? Right? How can we exchange and be fair and reciprocal? You don't just take. It doesn't work like that. You don't just take another's light and make it your own. It just doesn't work like that. No, you have to do the work. Right? You have to manifest and create that change for yourself. You have to come into harmony. Come into twin flame union harmony. I am in a harmonious union space. You have to hold that. There can't be any of this shit going on. It's about you, like you, right, embodying as your divine self, as an autonomous being, in order to take care of yourself. Because that is the old system, right? The patriarchal system, where you need this masculine in order to give you a place in this world. What the fuck? Are you serious? I am manifesting that world forward. We have progressed way too fucking far. This MAGA shit, no. Ain't gonna fly. Ugh. Nasty. Go watch Handmaid's Tale or something. Provide a little bit of perspective there. Like, just do some work. Do some fucking work. Actual work. Like feeling, right? Feeling into things. That's the sacred feminine. That's how you open up your sacred feminine gifts. You feel through things. Right? That's how you are in alignment with the divine plan. That stuff's just, it's got to go. It can't exist. It's not going to fly, guys. Time to transition over. Time to make you feel uncomfortable. It's time to do the inner work. In order to hold unity consciousness. In order to hold unity consciousness. humanity. You have to experience humanity in order to hold unity consciousness. You have to be a divine, you have to be humane, you have to, right, like, know humanity. You have to know humanity. In order to know humanity, you must experience it. There are no free rides here. Everything is going to balance out, right? It's going to be a seamless transition forward. So, yeah, that stuff just shows how do I put this? When you cannot process through things properly, right? When your process is jacked up, it's because of that program is what I was going to say, but I felt like there was a lot to it, so I guess I was holding space for it, because there's a lot there. And I'm talking about these are micro things as well. Like, the micro has to stop. The micro abuses of power. Right? It all has to go. So how do we change that? It's as simple as that. How do we ensure that we live in, this was the other thing I was going to say about the government. That's right. So how the government's structured, you have to understand that when you put somebody like that in power, right? So he's an abuser. Trump is an abuser, and he's going to abuse that power in every single way. So you have to understand that is why the outrage, and I was drawing a spider right now, interesting. That is why there is this outrage. That is where this is coming from. Right, you cannot have a man like that in a place of power. And that is why everything is so directed at him right now. Because of that. Because he is not facing his darkness. He is, you have to understand the psychology of this man, okay? He is not going to just change because you're praying for him. I mean, I'm all for faith, people. For having faith, but you have to hold accountability, right? For this planet, for this earth, for you. You have to hold accountability within these systems in place. And I'm saying this is what we got, so let's work with it. Let's just accept reality, let's accept where we're at, and let's move forward. How can we get there? Let's get together a whole bunch of experts, right? Like, can we all just come together as a human family and, like, work our fucking shit out? Can we show up in but in like actual representation? Right? Can we just figure something out here? Or like all just figure out our own shit and then maybe we'd be fine and we could all live in harmony. That's what I'm talking about. Like, we have to be able to face our own shit in order to, like, do this stuff, right? Within a whole. How do we directly communicate with people? How do we directly communicate to change? And, like, we have to be fearless and deliberate and take everything we know and, like, embody that. Right? None of this, like, no, it's time to lead the way. Right? Lead the way forward. Where are my new paradigm leaders out there? I want you to rise up with me, please. Step forward. Step forward. Get out of that stuff. Right? Go within. I have the perfect course for you. It's a chakra alignment and balancing course. It is a practice. And it is very simple, and I promise you, it is all you need. It is all you need at this time. That is not serving you. It's not supporting you. It's not assisting you. It's not going to take care of you. It's not going to happen. That's not the way it works. Right? We all have to take responsibility within our day-to-day lives and show up and be present. And that goes for me too. I'm still trying to figure it all out too. How do I manage, right? How do I hold space for all of this? It's a lot. For all these parts of, right? Who am I? Who am I as a whole? How do I show up and be present in that way and communicate to that? And I want to share that with you because I swear it's just very beautiful. It's easy. It's beautiful. It's an easy transition. You will be lovingly supported, gently, compassionately, understandingly, right? The feminine, that's what we're here for. The feminine, that gentle feminine touch, right? The essence. And yes, we have the rose, the rose, the rose. That is what we're here to embody, to be within this beautiful space. We can let all of that go. We just have to work through our shit. That's it. Our shadow shit. You just gotta face it and then we're done. Bam, bam, bam. That's it. Right? You just, it's your body. Your body just gotta heal a little bit. It's gotta go through some healing and it's okay. Right? It's okay. It's just a correction. It's just a correction. It's okay. It's going to be a little uncomfortable, but it's just a correction. It's an alignment change, right? It's a trajectory forward. It's just going to help you. It's going to help you stay out of all that, right? I hope this reaches people. I really do, but if it just reaches one, it reaches one. and that is perfect, right? Whatever is meant to be. I want you to look up Qanon and white supremacy. And I know some people you don't trust certain things, but I'm here to tell you that I am anchoring in my union. So, as a source field, this is my embodiment, right? This is my truth. This is my deepest space. And I wonder if that's what they're trying to stop, that deep state of being. I don't know. Maybe that's it. That deep state of being, of just being within the whole, being within the one, and supporting that change for humanity. But it's an interesting concept or theory to just hold that alignment, that faith. But within doing the work and taking those next steps forward, and there needs to be something, like we have to hold things in place. So what does everything look like? Let's start thinking about it. Let's form a collective, right? Like, let's do that. Like, just think of the solutions. Like, there needs to be something. So what does it look like? There has to be systems. There's always a system. You need a system. You need a structure. You can't just, have the chaos and the confusion and the I don't know what's going on. Let's connect within. Let's tune within. Let's trust from within. Let's go within. Let's trust our gut. Let's trust our instinct. Let's start there. Let's allow ourselves to be reborn. Let's do that. If you are interested in the chakra alignment course, sorry, I'm just writing it down because I had not seen that ease before. It's so fucking easy. That's it. It's already worked. I already have testimonials. And it's perfect. I gotta write back to Alex. Shoot. If you're interested in this course, please shoot me an email below. I'm still getting my systems up and running. I had not seen that. Oh my God, I thought I was going to have to do all this, and I don't. And I need to value myself in this, so we'll see where I place that, because this has been a lot. Of work. So if you're interested in that chakra alignment course, please let me know. It's just going to support you in going within, and creating and manifesting for yourself moving forward. What are you going to choose to create for yourself? What does that look like? Knowing everything you know, right, up to this point, what does that look like? I'm wondering if that's my right relation. Just email me, okay? Email me about that chakra alignment course. I do also have a free right relationship workshop that I put together that is on my website, www.twinflameblessings.com, that you can sign up on my email list for, and you will receive a workshop for union manifestation. And that is right relationship. That's the model of union that I'm working with. So creating right relationship. Right, this is planetary. This is the planetary sphere now, right? We're moving into that. So this will be a very easy, it's going to be like a loop-de-loop, right? It's going to be like a loop-de-loop, like a roller coaster. But it's going to be easy. So I hope that you will receive the right relationship workshop that I put together. And it will help you to really dig in. Because that's the thing. It's the, okay, so we have everything. Right? We have everything. So now what are we going to do next? You got to anchor in. Come into right relationship. And then it's, okay, it's next step, next step, next step, next step, right? It's that. So to make it very, very easy, I have created this workshop to get you started. You know, it's funny, I'm being shown like an ocean with an anchor, Cancer energy. It's the Cancer energy. Oh, I am running a Sacred Feminine Embodiment course beginning June 21st. And that is a 6-month course to assist you in those embodying that sacred feminine essence. It's going to be very simple. It's not intended to take up too much of your time. That's the goal of it, right? But it's still it's going to support, right, whatever you need. So because there's multiple layers, right? There's the inner and then there's the outer. So wherever you need, wherever that support is that you need, it's like creating in layers is the word I get. But what my sacred embodiment, it is the 12 aspects, just 12 aspects that I chose of the sacred feminine. They're not, it's not like they're the absolute. There's plenty more. But we work through those 12 aspects of the sacred feminine. We embody, we set up a daily practice for ourselves and just continue to release, right, and embody, release, and embody in that. So I hope to see some of you schedule a 30-minute discovery call with me, because I'd love to see if we are in alignment for that as well. So there's a few different options that I have for you, and it's a really long video, and I apologize because I like to only do 20 to 30-minute videos, but that was just huge, and so I had to share it. And check out the information below, and until next time, toodaloo.